Priory Court and Higham Hill. And
What the hell? All this is gang territory? Like the whole map is covered in gang territory. Like everything.
She say it be hurting, hit her cervix. I'm a amateur. Had her on her back, I made her tap like she's a rat.
What is going on, everybody? Hopefully everybody is having a great, wonderful day, great, wonderful night. If you're not, man, hopefully this video can and will make you feel alright. I just want to say thank you guys so much for the love and the support that y'all been giving me. The month of September, we've been going f***ing crazy. Video after video after banger. And I really do appreciate y'all, man. Today, we're about to be reacting to Malistrip most dangerous in East London. Alright? Now, that's a question we need to answer. Now, I'm already knowing Malistrip Richie, he's a part of this faction. Alright? But he ended up leaving the gang, turning over his life, focused on his religion. Shout out to one of y'all. Y'all actually told me that. Video 11 minutes long. I'm not gonna get too wrapped into the intro. Let's go ahead and get into it, man.
What's up, guys? Your boy Kid Nerd here, back with another video.
Shout out to
And today
Kid
we're talking
Nerd
about the
too.
Malistrip. Now, a hell of a lot of you guys have requested for this video, so let's try and smash 1k likes for my next video. And guys, if you remember last video, I said follow my Insta for a prize. I actually had to blur.
Wait a goddamn minute. They are literally bringing the heat. This motherfucker got a mask, a long sleeve thermal with the scarf on top of it.
My Insta in the video because you guys are going absolutely brazy with the follow request. Nearly 200 of you guys requested me, but today's winner is Pringles PRVT. So if that's you, please send me a message and collect your prize. But I actually made a new Insta, should be on the screen now. Follow that one and I'll pick a random follower for the chance to win a £50 Amazon gift card. One last thing as well, everything I talk about in these videos are public knowledge, by the way. I'm not spewing any secrets or underground information, just a quick disclaimer for all my videos. Anyway, let's get into this video.
And let me just go ahead and pause this right here just to let you guys know I'm just a reactor. I react to it, okay? I'm not choosing sides at all. So when I come to the UK, I don't need any faction try to chef me or anything like that. Because I'm telling you, the moment I hear, "Hey, yo, fam," I'm running away. Simple as that.
Yo.
Let's go.
Now, Malistrip is a gang
Malistrip.
from the Leighton and Walthamstow area. There's actually two different sets that make up this gang. El Tizzy, which reps the E10 postcode, and SJ, which reps the E17 postcode. Now I mention postcodes, I mean more where the gangs are based rather than rep. Unlike a lot of other gangs in London nowadays, Malistrip doesn't really beef over the area you're from. Their beefs are all drug and revenge related, which is how gangs should be, technically speaking. I'm not encouraging any type of gang activity, of course, but obviously it does make sense why a gang would have an issue with another gang if they're stopping them from making money. Now, the Malistrip gang control most of the drugs being served in the areas, but this wasn't always the case. See, most Malistrip older members originated from another group called the Booming Boys, who were
So is nobody hot? I know the air conditioner has to be turned up in this video. It has to be. Ain't no way in hell that the video is room temperature with this going on. The guy on the far left hand side, he has a Canada Goose on. Do you know how thick that coat is? This dude in the middle has on a bomber jacket, a scarf covering his face with a knit cap. The guy next to him has a long sleeve on. The air has to be on 60.
originally a Jamaican-based gang who used to run the area. The Booming Boys are based in an estate in East London called Booming Road, and they are the longest established gang in the area, and are thought to have around 100 members. In the late 90s especially, they were seen as the most dominant gang in the area, but the Booming gang has always had issues with neighbouring gangs in the area, like the Oliver Close gang, or OCG, when a member of OCG robbed a member of Booming Boys over a dispute over
they've
drugs.
been doing this
The
for a
Booming crew
while.
around these times was the biggest gang in the area, because of the size of their estate. But because they were beefing so many different smaller areas, they were starting to get outnumbered. Estates are the UK version of the projects, if you don't know. And just like what we're seeing a lot now with these older crime-ridden estates, a lot of Booming is now being demolished and refurbished in an attempt to gentrify the area and push more lower-income families further away from London. So it's got to the point where pretty much all members of the Booming gang don't actually live on the Booming estate anymore. And this is a reality for pretty much most gangs in London right now. Many blocks which had high gang activity have now been demolished and rebuilt, which means most original gang members will be forced to relocate, and gang leaders will have.
Honestly, that's how it is in Chicago. Y'all pretty much got the same going on Because I know I'm talking about demolition, damn. They demolished a lot of the housing projects. You know, that's why a lot of people moved to certain areas. I know they was talking about they was gonna try to tear down old block, but I mean, it never happened. But
to recruit new people from neighbouring areas. But because of Boomer's big reputation, recruiting wasn't really an issue for them. But anyway, yeah, Boomer Boys included a lot of these Malistrip members until they split from the gang and created their own organisation. This is more than likely to create their own drug lines and territory, or it could have been because of personal reasons inside the gang itself. But either way, Malistrip now beefed the Boomer Boys gang over territory. Now what a lot of people don't know about the Malistrip gang, it isn't just a Somali gang, despite the name Malistrip. The founding members of the gang were Somali, but there's all different types of races and ethnicities who were part of the gang. Now Malistrip it's caused such a massive disruption to the borough because these guys are really some savages and they've managed to clean up a lot of drug trade in the area while also running county line operations outside of London, where I said they also operate in Essex and even all the way to Scotland. And they've caused such a massive disruption that they're literally beefing the whole of their borough. So they're from a borough called Waltham Forest, and if you don't know what boroughs are, they're pretty much sections in London. I think there's around 32 boroughs in London, and the main gangs in the borough apart from Malistrip are the Boomant Crew, LGR, Priory Court and Higham Hill. And Malistrip
what the hell? All this is gang territory? Like the whole map is covered in gang territory. Like everything. It's like one step you into enemy lines. So imagine you at, what is that? Stony Down, E17. That's like right there, the copper mill, E17. So you take one step, somebody, hey yo fam, and you getting chef like that. So what if you try to run away? Alright? So you say you in Stony Down E17, you like, you know what, I'ma run. I'm running away. Hey yo fam, hey yo fam. Now I'm in Priory Court. Now they telling me, hey yo fam, I'm trying to run away from them. I can't go far, cause I'm at Valentin Road with another gang.
Actually beefing all of these gangs. Some of these gangs literally set aside their beef just to focus on beefing Malistrip, which means these guys must be really putting on some pressure. But Malistrip isn't the only Somalian-based gang that have shown their ruthlessness. Other Somali gangs like Aga Grove in Camden have also shown they're not to play with. And this isn't just a UK thing. Somali gangs have dominated a lot of other countries like Sweden and Canada, where they operate
where the is he? You can't see him. It's like a black space. Is he part of Malistrip?
Drug operations over there as well, and have a big reputation of being quite savage. But when we look into the history of Somalia, we can start to see why. Like, these Somali born people would have been surrounded by violence most of their life, with constant civil wars, conflicts with Ethiopia, and piracy taking over the country. I guess a lot of these Somali gang members are just a product of their environment, which is sad because deep down, Somalis are one of the most funny and genuine people you'll meet. But anyway, back to Malistrip.
Is that true? Is anybody from Somalia that's watching these videos? Let me know.
So as I said, they're pretty much beefing their whole borough, but they have made little alliances, like a smaller gang in the area called the DM Crew. And when I say alliances, I mean pretty much absorbing the gang. Because Malistrip is such a massive group, they've managed to take over smaller gangs and building their enterprise, which can work good on the money side of things, but can cause a lot of trouble for the gangs as well. Sometimes this creates sort of a divide in between gangs, like the Somalian gang TPO in North London. They have two completely different sets branch out the gang, which both beef each other, which is hella weird because they both roll with the same name TPO. And it's just like 1 minute you're friends and 1 minute you're not. And it could even just be one person within that group. You could all literally be fine. There could be 10 guys from this gang.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. They are in a restaurant. Look at the workers. I know the workers are scared for their lives. I know they ready to clock off and get the hell off work. Just imagine that. Imagine that. Just imagine that. You about to get ready to get off work or whatever. The dude coming from behind the counter. The dude say, hey yo fam, where you going G? He like, clock out, my shift over with. Dude guarding the door, nah, you ain't going nowhere fam. And he pull out a big ass machete. I know they scared for their lives.
That gang, everyone's fine with each other, but it could literally be that one member that has a problem with another member, and they might have a fight, and then their friends are obviously going to back each other with the fight, and it could just create a massive divide. Even within that tight circle, when things are getting hard, maybe there's not enough money coming through, maybe there's a drought with drugs. Some people will look into.
Look at him. Look, let me pause the video. Look at that. You can tell that's the manager. You can tell that's the manager on the left hand side. The way how he got his hand on his hip. He want to say something, but he's scared as hell. He has every right to be scared, cause I'll be the same way. Honestly, that'd be my last day at the job. I quit. right? Is that Morley's restaurant? Because I'm already knowing that people always say I love when an op get fried like Morley's. I mean, a lot of people say that in the UK as far as, you know, drill rappers, but you can tell that would have been my last day.
I know I refer to Malistrip as a gang, but in reality I say they're much organised than what you would call just a normal street gang, and they have very active operations in place to stop law enforcement, and they heavily monitor police activity just to make sure they're safe. This includes waiting outside police stations to record police number plates, placing spot